Now let's look at a couple of the usability improvements in the 2.3 update. First thing I've done is created a new group, and I want to actually do MIDI drag and drop from my original groove onto this new kit. Now, if you would do this in the past, some of these sounds, empty sounds, would have messed up the actual drag and drop. So now we can actually just drag it over to the new group and it's perfectly aligned where it's supposed to be. None of these sounds are being placed in the wrong place. So this is a good way to quickly copy and paste or transfer your patterns into other groups. Very easy to do that. Next, we have some additions to the browser. So if I wanted to come in, let's get a new group and go into the browser. A nice thing we can do now is actually fold these attribute listings. So if you're on a laptop and you don't have much room and you actually you start doing this and next thing you know, you can't even see the search results down here. Well, very easily you can come in and just kind of fold them under very easily. So we'll load up an instance of Massive and let's quickly just create a simple little bass line. Now, if I put this in piano roll mode, a really nice addition is if you want to be doing this, all your MIDI editing from the mouse, now we can actually go in, highlight a specific part, and quantize 50% right from the mouse drop-down menu right there, which is kind of nice. If you're doing intricate editing and you just want to fix a couple little things, this is very easy to do with the mouse while you're selecting specific events. Much better. Next, if we bounce over to the channel area, we have a couple new changes here. So first, in the sound input, if you go to MIDI, you have a new source called None, which is very helpful. Now I can whack away at my keyboard and it's not going to trigger at all. So imagine in a live setting, you kind of want to, make sure you're not going to mess up anything. This is a great option to do that. On top of that, let's say we want to create some group macros now. Well, it's always kind of a pain to come in, select the sound, select the slot, select the page, select the knob you want to create, right? Now we can actually right click here and you can copy and paste, which is really nice. So maybe I want to make a copy, come way over to macro 8 and paste it and then change this to resonance. I like my 1 and 8 here because I need a real wide stance when I'm doing acid bass. So just the ability to copy and paste wherever you want is kind of nice. Very cool. Another interesting thing is if we come back to the plugin page, you can actually delete some of these pages now. For instance, if I just really want to worry with only a couple pages, maybe the oscillator sections, not the filters, not the noise, none of this stuff, you can actually kind of come in and really customize your layout to work how you want. Very nice. Next, let's take a look at the slicing fix in 2.3. Thank goodness. So here's a simple guitar line I had recorded in, and I want to now slice this to the pad and be able to trigger it immediately. In 2.2, things changed because of the way the complete control keyboards were integrated, that you would apply it and then you would hit the pads and you couldn't find your slices. Well, now it's been fixed, so the root note immediately goes to C-2 where it needs to be. So you slice it, you apply it, and then you play it. No more searching for where your stuff is, no more octaving down. You can instantly get in here and do that. Let's mute my bass. One of my favorite new additions now, if we come into the keyboard mode, note repeat, we get to the arpeggiator. And we now have a hold feature, which is fantastic. And you can see, if you put it in played mode, you can do very interesting things. So let's actually hold it. And why is this a great thing to have now? Well, we can get out of the arpeggiator and mess with the effects and whatever we want. You get the idea. Very, very helpful way to mess with that. One last thing to mention is that there's some nice improvements and integrations with the complete control keyboards inside of Maschine 2.3. One of the cool things you can do is change the behavior of the modulation strip. So let's actually go in and control Massive's cutoff with the modulation wheel. So we could always do this, but now if we come to Machine's preferences, we can come to hardware, complete control, and we have a new mode called tempo, where you can actually have a tempo synced to a specific note division. So I'm going to throw the mod wheel and you'll see. All these parameters can be changed from the complete control keyboard. The other nice thing is that sometimes I just want to control the sound from my complete control keyboard. Now I can hit Shift and turn the browser knob to actually adjust the sound on Maschine pad. Very nice stuff.